of the Albany County Legislature. Tonight's public hearing is being held in accordance with the governing law. Speakers who wish to participate must provide their name, municipality of residence, whether they represent or speak on behalf of an entity, and the topic on which they wish to speak. Tonight's hearing is only for the subject matter addressed on the agenda. If you wish to address other topics not included on the agenda, you may do so at our public forum before a monthly meeting or through written statements provided by email or regular mail. Pursuant to our rules, members of the public must refrain from questioning legislators, and legislators must refrain from questioning you. Speakers will be called on in the order their names appear on the sign-up sheet, and they are permitted 3 minutes to express their views. Clerk, please call the roll.
Alex.
Present.
Beston. Bergdorf.
Here.
Clary. Collins. Camiso. Conway. Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz. Drake.
Here.
Epicoro.
Here.
Ethier. Feeney.
Here.
Fine.
Here.
Gillespie. Grimm.
Here.
Andrew Petto. Hurley. Plosky. Reedy. Reinhardt. Ricard. Robinson. Rosano. Simpson. Smith. Whalen. Willingham. 22 present.
And we have a quorum. Clerk, please read local law U for 2024.
Resolved by the County Legislature of the County of Albany that a public hearing on proposed local law number U for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, providing for a change in the salary of a county officer during their term of office, be held by the County Legislature and the William J. Conboy II Legislative Chambers, Albany County Courthouse, Albany, New York, at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, August 26, 2025, and the clerk of the county legislature is directed to cause notice of such hearing to be published containing the necessary information in accordance with the applicable provisions of law. Affidavits of publication are on file in the clerk's office.
Clerk, please read the first name.
There are no speakers.
Is there anyone in the chamber who wishes to speak on local law U for 2024? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Clerk, please read local law G for 2025. Please note there is updated language of local law G that is at your desk.
Resolved by the County Legislature of the County of Albany that a public hearing on proposed local law number G for 2025, a local law designating the development of affordable housing as a governmental and public purpose of the County of Albany, New York, to be held by the Albany County Legislature at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, August 26, 2025, with participation information to be available on the Albany County website, and the clerk of the county legislature, excuse me, is directed to cause notice of such hearing to be published containing the necessary information in accordance with the applicable provisions of law. Affidavits of publication are on file in the clerk's office.
Clerk, please read the first name.
Patricia Sibilia.
Hi, I'm Patricia Sibilia, and tonight I am not speaking on behalf of the League of Women Voters, but instead as an Albany County citizen who has a background in affordable housing. And I did not read this new updated legislation, so my comments might not be spot on. I have been working for a real estate developer for over 6 years, and I've seen the variation in local governmental approaches across various states, various counties in this state and other counties, and localities. Even within Albany County, there's a big variation in how they're addressing development and affordable housing. While I applaud the legislature for taking on a very important topic, affordable housing is a very complex problem where typically many different approaches are needed to make a true impact. If I'm interpreting the legislation as currently written, minus the updates, the focus is based on increasing housing stock by providing assistance to developers. From my experience, increasing housing stock is in no way assures affordable units are created. My firm just completed a development project that resulted in 222 new rental units in Albany County. It has starting rents for a one-bedroom at over $2,100 a month, and a two-bedroom townhouse starting at over $4,000 a month. That's not affordable. A developer does what they do in order to make money. Affordable housing best practices usually include zoning reforms, such as decreasing parking space requirements or easing height restrictions, incentivizing or mandating affordability through mechanisms like inclusionary zoning, streamlining the development and approval process, which is sometimes just forever, and supporting the creation and preservation of housing stock via tools like community land trusts and public funding. If developers are given support and advantages to building new housing units, I believe it should be in exchange for something that specifically ensures affordable units. Smart governments legally tie developers to conditions of approval, which withhold certificates of occupancy if conditions are not met. Based on a project that I worked on in Massachusetts, I particularly am drawn to inclusionary zoning as a land use regulation that requires developers of market rate housing to include certain percentage of affordable units within their projects or have them contribute to an affordable housing fund. The goal of inclusionary zoning is to create more affordable housing options and reduce income segregation and foster mixed income communities by integrating the affordable units into new developments. The fact that affordability is naturally baked into the development process is what I feel is the best approach. Low-income people should not be relegated to living in segregated housing projects that the rest of the community looks at through a certain lens. Typically in rental units, affordable units have their rent tied to a percentage of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's area median income, and I suggest changing the definition. I will skip to the end and just say that quickly, I was left with lots of questions when I read this. The specifics weren't there enough. I would not be a proponent of any affordable housing that doesn't require a developer to specifically provide affordable units, and I'm quite happy to work with any legislator who wants to help clarify and strengthen the legislation.
There are no more speakers.
Is there anyone else in the chamber who wishes to speak on Local Law G for 2025? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Clerk, please read Resolution 290.
Resolved by the County Legislature of the County of Albany, a meeting of the County Legislature of the County of Albany, New York shall be held in the William J. Conboy Second Legislative Chambers, Albany County Courthouse, Albany, New York, at 7:00 p.m. on Tuesday, August 26, 2025, for the purpose of conducting a public hearing upon the proposed increase and improvement of facilities of the Albany County Water Purification District, consisting of the 1 Sludge Processing Improvement Project, 2 North Plant Treatment Process Improvement Project, 3 South Plant Treatment Process Improvement Project, and 4 North and South Plant HVAC Upgrade Project, and for such other action on the part of said county legislature in relation thereto as may be required by law or proper in the premises. Affidavits of publication are on file in the clerk's office.
Clerk, please read the first name.
William.
Sir, can you speak your name for the record, please?
Yes, I'm William Simcoe, S-I-M-C-O-E. I live in Albany. I've lived here for 38 years, and I also work for the City of Albany Department of Water and Water Supply. I've worked there for 23 years. I'm the Deputy Commissioner. The Chairman of the Water Board couldn't make it this evening, so I'm speaking on behalf of the Albany Water Board, which represents 100,000 people served by the wastewater collection system of the City of Albany. Albany Water Board supports the Albany County Water Purification District and its plan to renew its facilities. It's unfortunate that these projects all appear to be needed in the near term. An additional $5 million of annual expense to the Water Board is going to require extraordinary rate increases if all this is implemented in a 5-year period, as is indicated in this proposal. Perhaps it can be spread over a longer period of time. We would like to see or encourage the district to look at some options with New York State grants and low-interest financing, and perhaps the intention is to do that. We know that some of these grant opportunities have become lessened. We'd also like to maybe look at some options for financing through Albany, and that Albany may be able to secure some financing at a more beneficial rate. It would have to be something that's sort of outside the current contract arrangement. Also, the contract between the county sewer district and the communities all date back to 1970, signed by Mayor Corning in the case of Albany. We think that should be revisited. These contracts were based on information at that time and projections of growth going to 2015. A lot of things have changed since 1970, including the demographics of the communities, regulations on wastewater, development and implementation of the long-term control plan for mitigation of combined sewer overflows. Albany and Cohoes have new satellite treatment facilities for floatables removal. And of course, the communities now have different needs for reserve capacity. So that's my statement for the Albany Water Board. Thank you.
There are no more speakers.
Is there anyone else in the chamber who wishes to speak on Resolution 290? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. That wraps up tonight's hearing. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Mr. Kuhn, a second from Mr. Ricard. All those in favor? We are adjourned.